Hi, I'm Christina Camacho with the New Mexico VA Suicide Prevention Services. I'm one of the social workers on the suicide prevention team. The suicide prevention team offers individual counseling, group sessions, follow-up calls that were placed to the crisis line, community and veteran education services regarding suicide prevention. We are partnering with Operation Veteran Wellness as a way to increase awareness of suicide prevention services within the VA. If you are in need of immediate services, we always encourage veterans and their family to call the 1-800 crisis line. You can also text and chat with them. If you're in need of additional information or additional assistance, you may contact me at 505-265-1711, extension 3056, or my email is christina.camacho@va.gov.
Hello, my name is Kelly Bitzili. I am the Senior Health Educator with Navajo Nation Health Education Program in Gallup. And today I'd like to give you some information on hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Now, hantavirus pulmonary syndrome is a serious respiratory disease that can be deadly if it's not treated or diagnosed early. Now, the main host for hantavirus in our region is a deer mouse. Now, there's no way to tell which mouse is carrying hantavirus, so it's important to take all precautions when dealing with mice and their droppings. Now, there are a few ways humans can get it from a rodent. So if you touch your eyes, your nose, and your mouth after you've touched infected droppings, urine, saliva, or any other contaminated materials, if you've been bitten by an infected rodent, and most common, if you breathed in the virus. So, for example, if you were sweeping or vacuuming up droppings that you spotted in your home or shed, you run the risk of aerosolizing the virus and then breathing it into your lungs. Another fact to remember is hantavirus is not contagious, so you can't transmit it from person to person. Now, anyone is at risk of getting hantavirus, especially if you come in contact with rodents, their droppings, or their nests, and especially if you know there's an infestation in and around your home. About half of all HPS diagnosed patients experience these symptoms. They'll experience fever, headaches, muscle aches, aches in their thighs, their hips, their backs, sometimes their shoulders. They'll start having some stomach issues. They have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain. Others reported dizziness and chills. Now, latent symptoms are also extremely important to watch for. Coughing and shortness of breath can be an indication that the lungs are filling up with fluid. So if you have any combination of the symptoms, especially the difficulty breathing, you want to contact your doctor immediately. Be aware that many of these signs and symptoms are similar to other illnesses like COVID-19 and flu. So be sure to mention to your doctor that you were exposed, that you had some type of exposure to rodents. Now, because diagnosis can be a little tricky for providers, it's important to let them know and to go see a doctor as early as possible so you can get diagnosed early so that the prognosis is better. Now, unfortunately, there is no vaccine or cure for hantavirus, so the best thing you can do is try to prevent it. And we use 3 methods: sealing, trapping, and cleaning. Now, you want to eliminate any possible food sources for rodents, especially if you have an infestation around the house. You want to cover your food. You want to place food in your containers. You want to clean up any spilled food. You want to wash dishes immediately. You want to keep outside cooking areas clean, picnic tables, grills, things like that. You want to properly store your pet food. You want to bring in any cat or dog bowls that are outside. You want to bring them in at night. And you want to keep trash bins away from the home. Next thing you want to do is you want to fix holes and fill any gaps around the house, especially around the kitchen area, but definitely under the pipes, piping underneath the sinks, around any floor vents. You want to check for holes in your closets, around wood stoves, around dryer vents, things like that. Next thing you want to do is you want to start trapping. You want to choose an appropriate snap trap. You don't want to use glue traps or sticky traps. But the next thing you want to do is you want to place a small amount of peanut butter on the bait pan and then position it in a T against the wall. So here and then here. You want to wait a few days for the rodents to approach the trap. Usually when something unfamiliar is in a mouse's habitat, it takes them a while for them to approach it. So definitely give it a couple of days before you remove it. Next thing you'll want to do is clean. Cardinal rule, don't stir up dust by sweeping or vacuuming. Okay, first thing you want to do before you start cleaning is air out the space for 30 minutes. Make sure you have your gloves, your disinfectant, paper towels, additional cleaning supplies, and then of course trash bags. Now, when you're cleaning up a dead mouse that you might have trapped or you notice droppings, you want to slip on your gloves. You want to spray the mouse, the droppings, or the nest with the disinfectant, and you want to let it soak for at least 5 minutes so it can kill the virus. Next thing you want to do is you want to put the mouse and the trap in the plastic bag, wipe anything up with paper towels, put it in the same trash bag, and then just place it in your regular trash bin. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to wash your gloves with water and soap, and then wash your hands with soap and water. After that, you want to start cleaning everything else. You want to clean and disinfect items that might have been contaminated. So you want to mop your floors, you want to clean your countertops with disinfectants, you want to launder any of your bedding or any of your clothes. And then if you have papers and urine that look like maybe there are droppings on them or urine on them, you can actually place those outside in the sunlight, or you can wipe them down with a disinfectant. Then, of course, wash the gloves with soap and water, and then wash your hands with soap and water. Next thing you want to do is you want to go outside and try to eliminate any other places where a mouse can start to burrow, where they can start to nest. So elevate hay piles, wood piles, move garbage cans away from the home. You want to try, if you can, get rid of old vehicles around the house. Eliminate any possible place a mouse can hide. Old tires, furniture, mattresses, other equipment around the house. You want to keep your grass and your shrubs cut short, especially around the house. So here are some other resources for you if you'd like to take a deeper dive into hantavirus. Most of the information from today's presentation was taken from CDC. You can also visit Navajo Epidemiology Center and look at a few of their hantavirus resources that they have listed there. In summary, just make sure you continue to stay safe and you continue to stay healthy. And of course, we're keeping you all in our thoughts during this time. Thank you.